Hey everyone, I'm Mandy Bird, and today we're going to be diving into two revolutionary texts that help shape America's path to independence. The first is Thomas Paine's Common Sense, and the second is Thomas Jefferson's Declaration of Independence. Both call for breaking free from Britain, but they do it in totally different ways. So let's take a look. Let's start with Thomas Paine's Common Sense, which was written in January of 1776 as an incredibly popular pamphlet. His first major point is that monarchy is dangerous and unnatural. He writes, "For all men being originally equals, no one by birth could have a right to set up his own family in perpetual preference to all others forever. And though himself might deserve some decent degree of honors with his contemporaries, yet his descendants might be far too unworthy to inherit them. You might be okay, but your kids might not be so great." He doesn't just criticize King George III, he attacks the entire system of monarchy as corrupt and unjust. Now let's compare that to Thomas Jefferson's Declaration of Independence, written, of course, in July of 1776. He doesn't start attacking the monarchy right out of the gate. His first major point is about natural rights. He famously writes, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." His tone is philosophical, which lays the groundwork later on for self-government. Paine's second argument is about America's strength and potential. He insists, quote, "There is something absurd in supposing a continent to be perpetually governed by an island," end quote. He believes America is ready for independence, writing, "The cause of America is in a great measure the cause of all mankind." He cuts through all these seemingly endless debates about sovereignty, and in really simple and straightforward way of talking, he just says, hey, we need to declare independence. He's appealing to their logic and their moral duty. Jefferson's second point builds on a case for separation through a long list of grievances, and it's long, against King George III. He writes, "The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations." And then he outlines a ton of things that he has problems with, like dissolving colonial legislatures and imposing taxes without consent. So his method is really systematic in like a very legal way. He's building his case like a lawyer. Finally, Paine closes Common Sense with this very passionate call to action. His third point is that the time to act is now. Like, let's get on this. He declares, "The sun never shined on a cause of greater worth." He wants ordinary people to rise up and demand independence immediately. He's talking to the common man. Jefferson's conclusion is much more formal, but the Declaration of Independence is also more formal. But it is just as revolutionary. He declares these united colonies are, and of right, ought to be free and independent states. He writes not just for Americans, but he's also writing to let the world know that they are justifying this break from the colonies, and they want the right to govern themselves. The language and references that were used in both Common Sense and the Declaration of Independence were familiar to most of the colonists of the time, and they provide a passionate rationale for a war that was already underway. Another quote from Paine, this time from his American Crisis series, leaves us with a powerful ideal. "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of his country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman." And we definitely owe these two men. So to sum it up, Paine persuades with passion and urgency. Jefferson proclaims with reason and law. Paine fires up the people, and Jefferson formalizes the break. It's two totally different voices that come together to build this revolution.